You asked for it. Here it goes. Another bra 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 extendo.
Hey, you got the extendo with Sir Daniel with Del Sol Records. Bro, this guy, he's a producer, he's a singer, he's a rapper, entrepreneur, he's a hustler, he's a street performer, and he is a very imaginative human being. And San Diego representative, too.
Yeah, representing SD.
Aztecs.
I was thinking, too, like, not to talk about myself, Del Sol Records. There's a neighborhood that's called that, but it's
That's
like
the
you
first
did that.
thing I told them.
It's because you have your storage facility in that city, so you were like, yo, it feels so.
It goes deeper
feels
than
right,
that, right?
Or
it goes deeper. Yeah, so like.
Because I hit him up too. I said, hey, bro, that's a neighborhood, bro. I was like, I don't know. When I first met him.
Why Del Sol? It's so risky. It's, bro, like, same
Went
thing
through
with
the same
branding.
thing with
Same
Skyline.
thing with branding. So it's like, nah, I'm from. That's my neighborhood. Like, I grew up there, and I'm supposed to like not, speak upon it. Like, yeah, okay, there's things going on down there, but instead of, banging the streets, I'm banging the drums. I'm banging the books. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to like inspire the youth that, hey, you don't have to do that.
Right.
You can take your life into your own hands.
Yeah.
And do whatever you want and succeed in it. So yeah, my whole thing, like, I used to play in bands right there on Kimsu. I used to have another band right there on Firethorn. I got my storage unit right there, and bro, like, there's just so much good musicianship in there.
yeah,
And the way I always saw it was like, dude, like, I'm gonna be a musician because there's so much musicians. And then as I grew up, like, there's no outlets, there's no like mentors there or anything like that. So I took it upon my responsibility to be like, all right, if I'm gonna do something for myself, I'm gonna do something for the community.
that's dope.
So I built a record label in the community.
That's dope.
That's dope. And Del Sol's got a lot of music talent, from
Dude,
the
a lot.
PLDs to they bro, it's a lot of talent that's came out of the South Bay and Del Sol.
South Bay.
Yeah.
South Bay, not only Del Sol, but yeah, man.
Yeah, through the company, I've been able to bless like Hoppy Days right there on Del Sol Boulevard.
Dope.
We just did something with South Bay Tap House.
Dope.
And it's just like the more that these bars continue to, these are all things that we didn't have as kids.
Where was one bar, and it was right there by the South Bay Buggy.
Where,
The South Bay Buggy in Del Sol, like
By the DMV?
on Bayer. No. It's right
By
by
the car
Bayer,
wash?
by the car wash, right next to them. And bro, I remember my uncle got into a bar fight there one time. Went to go pick his ass up. That boy had a crack bottle over his head.
Dang, I mean, I'm
rest
laughing,
in
but I
peace.
hope he's all right.
Rest in peace to Theo, bro.
Aw,
He
man.
passed away, but yeah,
Okay.
I remember
Rest
that
in
was
peace,
the
Theo.
only bar that I remember like being in the South Bay.
Yeah.
Like not in the South Bay, but like south of Chula Vista. You
Yeah.
know?
I think that we haven't talked about Dali enough, dog. Like, and Dali enough, dog. That's crazy. But talk to us about the Dolby, man.
So,
The Dolby, not the Doobie, bro.
yeah, right.
Not the
right.
Dolby or the Dolby.
I got Dali because back in the days,
And Dali's the dog, by the way.
Dali is a 5-year-old Doberman Pinscher rescue, the best Doberman world. And y'all can buy his merch on DelSolRecords.com. Yeah, he got his own hats and hoodies.
Dope.
What?
I got him. I was engaged for a moment. I didn't think we were ready to have a kid, so I got a dog to see, like, let me see how you treat, like how you would manage this with me. And it was ultimately like a blessing in disguise because I ended up separating from my fiance. A great person, wonderful person, just not for me. You know what I'm saying? And Dali was with me the whole journey. Like,
Dope.
it's incredible. Like, that fool is not only like my security dog, he's not only my best friend, he's like my business partner, bro. Like,
Literally.
straight up, he's my business partner. I manage him, he manages me. Health wise, hey, get up, we gotta go for a run, we gotta get the content going, we gotta get like, he's telepathically like talking to me, and I'm just listening, I'm just receiving. I'm a receiver. But bro, like,
That's dope.
everywhere. When we were talking about that San Diego to Miami, bro, he was on the road, hot as fuck, saliva coming off, dripping on our knees, and like, it's part of the journey. Man, that guy's resilient. He's gotten bit by a rattlesnake.
What?
He's gotten and survived. He's gotten hit by a car twice, broken arms. He slit his knee open. Bro, this guy got more than 10 lives.
He
know what
got
I'm saying?
wounds.
Yeah. But yeah, he's such an amazing soul. Yeah, I don't see him as a dog. Like, I really see him as a soul. And I think my favorite part of it is that he's just always with me. Whether we go to the grocery stores or Costco, and they're like, "Oh, is he a service dog?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's working just like you. You know, like leave me alone. Like leave me alone." And then we go when we go to TJ. I'm on the bike, and he's right next to me, and we go out to TJ because we got business out there. We get like Baja hoodies. We get his dog hoodies. We hustle. You know what I'm saying? And then we're on the bike, and he's just on right on my leash. We go eat tacos.
He's running?
He's running
While you're on a bike?
while I'm on a bike.
I think I saw you getting him tacos.
You should put him on the bike and you should run.
That's
I see you ordering tacos,
ideal,
dog,
bro.
on IG.
Ideal, bro. That fool's just so athletic. Yeah. I bless that boy, man.
He eats everything. He eats everything.
Nah, I just get him the taco with the carne asada, and then they chop it up, and then he'll eat it. If I just leave the taco with
He's like, man, a little bit of limon.
he'll just eat the carne. Yeah. Nah, I don't put no lemon in it. Just keep it nice and clean for him.
Nice.
But he just had babies. He had a litter of 10, so that fool's super fertile. You know what I'm saying?
He laid the pipe down.
He laid the pipe down. Yeah.
10 puppies.
5 boys,
Call him
5
atomic
girls.
dog.
Dang. Bow wow wow.
Yeah, little bow wow.
Dang.
But yeah, he's.
Did you say that you kept one of the puppies earlier?
So I'm blessing my brother with one. Yeah.
Oh, did we drop the ball?
No.
Okay. Okay.
So much to say.
That is funny. So that's how you got Dolly. You was through a partnership.
Yeah, partnership. Yeah.
And bro, speak on the partnership. It's probably not the best
It's okay.
thing to do, but
I'm open to it.
so
I'm okay.
when I met Sir Daniel, he was getting engaged, and then one day,
14 years,
bro,
dog.
and then one day
Wow.
he calls me, or I ran into you, or you calls me. He's like, "Hey man, like I'm gonna pursue my music career, and this is kind of gonna be an icebreaker. So pick it up from there."
Yeah, she was my high school sweetheart. She got with me when I was a musician. She comes from a really like beautiful family. I come from like delinquency and just like trying to find my way. And she was really there for a huge part of the journey. Time changes things, you know. People grow separate. They have different expectations of what their life wanted to look like. I'll speak upon myself, you know. So I needed to do all of that. I needed to go on tour and do all these things. And these were things that her family and she couldn't support. There's really beautiful people, but the core of her family was kind of like, pobrecito, you know, he lives in the back of a smoke shop. He lives out of a van. How is he going to sustain our daughter? You know, typical shit. So it's like, I don't need to do that to myself. I'm not trying to win nobody. Like, I'm just trying to win in life, you know? So
Yeah.
you're either with me. I'm not going to say you're against me. What did homeboy say? He said, it's not that I don't want to be your friend no more. Or it's not that I don't want to see you eat. You just can't eat at my table no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, yo, if you ain't supporting what I got going on, I can't be around you. You know what I'm saying? So it was my decision to surround myself with more musicians, with more like-minded entrepreneurs, business people, self-made people, people that want to do a little bit more than just the average 9-to-5 job. And it was just different ideologies, principles of family that necessarily I didn't agree with. I lived with like 9 different families during that whole time. So I really got to see the families like complexes and
The
like,
dynamics?
Yeah, dynamics of different. And I'm just like realized I learned so much from these families to be like, okay, this is what happened here. That's what happened. This is what happened to my family. This is a beautiful family. Like, wow, I have so much to learn. So I learned what it should feel like as opposed to what it should look like. You know, because a lot of people be doing things for like looks and shit like that. I'm the super simple, humble. So I like camping. I like doing shit like that. Other people are like bad and bougie. They need hotels.
They need hotels.
I need a shower, dog.
It's never
That's
gonna
me.
work out with me and anybody I'm dating if they can't go camping and get dirty.
Straight up.
It's never going to work out, dog. You
Never.
said.
Okay,
Never.
so now that
I've tried it.
Now that
With dogs or with camping?
Bro, I always, he's making fun of me because I always tell him I can't date women who have dogs, bro. I just can't, you know.
something about it,
It's-
yeah. The
it's not that it's
controlling it, man.
No, it's just like I don't want the dog sleeping with me. Like, bro, the
gotcha.
last person we said this, bro. Yeah.
talked-
And
you
that
talked
person
about it the other day.
Yeah, this person watched the episode because they
Really?
fired back.
Was there a clapback?
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
clapback
that's a
on
new
it.
one. This
There
is
was
not
a-
about you, or else I could chime into deep.
but dog, it's just like,
Yeah,
come
'cause he
on, we
was
be
talking.
doing the hanky panky and the dog's like watching, bro. I'm like,
Putting his nose right there and shit.
nah, no, but like, come on, man.
Hey, so you made a decision, and that's what transpired, and how you jumped into the van.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't really have family down here in San Diego. All
Okay.
my family's in Guadalajara, and then
You don't have no family, like just your brother?
my brother's in Santa Barbara too.
Hey,
he's
well,
not
congratulations. Welcome to the family, G.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was exactly what I needed. You know, just to be alone and figure everything out on my own, which kind of sucks in one way, but at the same time, it's like every man has 2 lives. The second one begins when he realizes he only has one.
Man, say that one.
Whoa.
Say that one.
One more time?
Every man has 2 lives. The second one begins when he realizes he only has one.
Damn.
Yeah.
At what age did you realize that? Or was it after this
At
breakup?
30.
It was at
the
that turning
breakup.
point.
Well, that was the reason for the breakup. That I was not going to live this life that they wanted. Oh, go work here and go do this so that you can spend more time with us. It's like, because I was in the smoke shop 12 to 12 every day, you know, like, or 6 to 12, you know, because
Yeah.
I'm building the shop. I'm doing all these things. And they didn't get it. They didn't get it.
People don't understand journeys sometimes, bro.
They don't
I was on
understand.
the same page. I'm
hurts, bro.
I'm gonna
It
be 40. I'm
hurts.
gonna be 40 pretty soon, and I have yet for one woman to understand that what I do for a living is kind of it's intense. The schedule's intense,
That's the bread and butter, you know what I'm saying?
but we have goals to meet. You know what I mean, and that's part of the journey.
Yeah.
And they're not camping.
I think
Or
I
no,
think
sorry.
all 3 of us share a similar story with that, right?
100%. Like,
Like-
I'm hearing a lot of recurring themes with Daniel. Like, it's really dope that you pulled up, G, and especially
you.
like
I appreciate-
you know
I'm
the
honored. Honored to
the way that it happened, like organic. Like,
Yeah.
it's something that we really harp on. And your authenticity and your gift of vulnerability right now, G, and just
Super.
keeping it like G.
100.
A lot of people could learn from you, and that's the reason why, you know, we're fans of what you're doing and
it
how
was-
you're doing.
It was important to have you on. Too.
Yeah, dude, for
you.
sure, for sure.
Talk to us about the pandemic. That's about the time that we met. We met a little bit before the pandemic.
During
but
the
talk to the
pando?
pandemic, doing your music, being independent,
Crazy.
and living in the van and doing all the hustle.
Wild.
Where were you at when you first heard that like everything's gonna get shut down?
So I had just sold the smoke shop. I had just
Literally.
Dang,
just left
timing.
just left the fiance. Like my world caved in on me, and it's like, okay, you still have life. What do you want to do with it? You know, because tomorrow's not during the whole COVID. It's like, oh, you might get COVID. Tomorrow might be your last day. I had homies that went.
See,
Yeah, a
You
lot.
know?
Family and everything.
I was on tour, and you know, this fool was buying stuff, and I get back, and it's like, boom, he hit him. But yeah, it was like really like, what is it? Get rich or die trying. You know, it's really that mentality of like, you got no job, but a dream, and you have to develop that shit. And I had to build it with my hands. You know, my whole joke with the van is, I'm not a carpenter, I'm not an electrician, I'm a musician getting down to business. You know, like straight up. And I don't know what it looks like. I don't see nobody else around me that's fucking dived in as deep as I have.
Not at all.
Invested in themselves.
Not at all.
You know, so I can't look left or right. I gotta look at my paper.
You're right.
I'm not gonna copy off nobody because that's a setback for me. You know, and
Dude, the build. Like I like for some reason I'm intrigued by the van builds. Like before I knew you had a van, or before I even knew of you, I was always intrigued about people with schoolies or people with like tiny homes. And I see how much work and effort it is not only to live in one, but to build one out.
I had no idea what the fuck I was getting myself into, bro.
It's so
Bro,
awesome.
I cut a hole on the roof to install a fan. I'm like, yo, I'm about to depreciate this fucking Mercedes. I feel like Kanye and Jay-Z in that music video when they cut off the Maybach or whatever.
yeah.
Like, I'm like, if I fuck up, like,
On Otis.
this is bad, super bad. So,
If you're off by a centimeter,
bro, I was almost off by a centimeter, dog. Like cutting into a frame on the roof. It was the scariest thing. But this is, I guess, my biggest lesson for all the listeners. Let fear propel you. Like learn to convert fear into fuel.
Yeah.
Like, hey, there is no plan B, dog. Like,
Yeah.
you got plan A and that's it, and it's gonna come out to what it looks like.
That's good, man, because fear shouldn't stop you from doing it. Just because you did it didn't mean that you were afraid of doing it, but you put your best foot forward.
Shitless the
That's
whole
dope.
time, dog. Like, cause it comes with so much, dude. It's like living conditions,
dope.
health, your own fucking sanity. You know, like I had to put the music down for a whole year. You know how like crazy I went, bro? Like I thought I was like gonna literally like lose it. But stuck to the vision, stuck to the fucking path. Learn to sit in uncomfortable situations and grow. Learn to accept defeat and fear, and then okay, move on. That it just really brought out this whole nother like animal instinct in me to like primitive. Like I gotta build a house to sustain a living, to that food, water, shelter kind of thing. You know, like basic necessities. So it also dealt with a lot of downsizing. Like I had to just get rid of so much things that had
That's so hard.
Clutter.
Dude, that's so hard.
sentimental
Clutter.
value,
Yeah.
and maybe some things of value.
Yeah.
To have like fucking like 4 pairs of pants, 5 pairs of shirts, and like 7 pairs of underwear and socks for the weekend. But you know, like in the beginning, that's how it was, and now like at the point where I'm at, like I don't even care about anything. Why? Because I got merch for it. Like
Yeah.
if I got that's blessing. Yeah, I'm you know, like I don't need to go buy expensive shit.
Yeah.
I'm making my own shit, so why not wear my own shit? It was crazy, bro. Like marketing, building, and then trying to figure out like how to survive in life really chiseled out like Sir Daniel to who you see today. Cause this shit is not like book. You can't follow a book to
You
do
can't.
this shit. Nah.
And we do the podcast, the video show based off the same thing too. Me and
Yeah.
like Status, dude. I'm proud of him. He didn't know anything. We walked into this realm because we went to a meeting where we had professionals that did this stuff for a living, and they just it pretty much was a no show. And he was like, well, we're gonna have to learn it. So he bought equipment,
Nice.
made it happen, and this is where we're at today. And so everything that you're seeing here is,
The same spirit?
Yeah, it came from the same.
Yeah, so we received the message too. You said you're a musician getting down to business,
Yeah.
right? And like you're still learning every day.
Student of the universe.
Let's go, dog.
I like that.
Dog, I'm like
Soaking up
I'm
game.
fucking with Sir Daniel, dog.
Dog, I've been fucking with.
No,
Sir
I'm
Daniel.
just saying, like on a
And-
different
and-
level, because I'm learning more about who you are, not just your music. You know?
Yeah, and respectfully, man, like Sir Daniel, bro, like I've been doing radio for 20 years, bro. Not many people come support what I do, but musicians always want.
I've seen it.
but never do they pull up and support. Never. No, I can count with 2 hands on the amount of artists that ever pulled up to support one of my events, to support something from me, and I never ask anything from artists, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I never ask him to pull up because it's got to be in him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And Sir Daniel, I've never once asked him like, "Hey, bro, pull up." He pulls up.
The times that I've seen him pull up on you too, he's always had a thumb drive ready to go.
Yeah, always. I always tell people like, bro, there's
Yes
two,
or no?
Yeah.
I got the DJ packs ready, dog.
DJ
You
packs.
need
And
the
that's
explicit,
important.
or you need the clean, or you need
You
the
want- you need the
acapella.
8-bar
Which one-
intro?
You never know who you're gonna
Bro,
run
I
into.
see you.
know?
I see you, G.
I always tell musicians, you never know who you're gonna run into. You know what I mean? Like who somebody might be somewhere where you're having dinner. You know what I mean? Like you might just pull up and all of a sudden Kanye's having dinner next to you, and he happened to be super cool.
Yeah.
You know, or whoever. Like Jay-Z might be having dinner across from you, and he might just be super cool and be like, "Oh, bro, by the way, here's my USB. Check it out." Like you never know who's there.
very
Tony
true.
Tony Motola might just be having a drink next to you, and he'd be like, "Oh, bro, I like you. You play music? Oh, I want to hear something."
I'm gonna do Tommy Boy Records again.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you never know. And I always tell people like, there's 2 things. You know, when people ask me for like guidance, help, or something, and they pull up to the radio station, right? Like, oh, I want to do
Listen,
radio.
listen.
And I tell them, I always look out for that notepad. If you didn't show up with a notepad, bro, you're not getting lesson number 2. You're not. I won't tell you that, but you're not getting lesson number 2 because to me, you're wasting my time. Everything I'm about to tell you.
It's gonna end from one ear out to the other.
Bro, I'm going to tell you so much stuff. You're not even going to know what hit you. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't show up with a notepad, don't show up the second time.
Boom.
And if you're a musician and you don't, and I ask you for your DJ pack and you don't have a USB on you, I always ask when artists come to wherever I'm DJing, I always play their music because you're supporting me, I'm supporting you, right?
Right.
And I always ask you like, hey, bro, you got a USB? And if you ain't got a USB and I don't got your music, then
Here's my phone.
you know, like I can't do anything with that.
Yeah.
No DJ is ever gonna be like, oh, here's my phone, plug it in. Like, nah, bro. Like,
Yeah, he just said he's been in radio for 20 years, and that's his perspective. That's not 10,000 hours. That's over 100,000 hours.
Yeah.
And that's what he is saying.
Free
and
game.
Listen.
I've slept on the floors,
Listen,
bro. I've done.
and that goes beyond independent artists. That's major label artists with push and a budget behind them. Listen,
Yeah, it's crazy. So pandemic happens, you start
Skate parks?
Yeah, skate.
Oh,
you
yeah.
you start
Skate
doing
parks?
performances
Yeah,
now.
okay, so-
because you can't perform at any venues, right?
Every bar closes, and I'm like, yeah,
they were going through it too, huh?
bro. Like I'm the kind of person you close one door, I'll open another one. Like I got the keys.
Yeah,
I go up to the bars and I'm like, yo, like we can still do shit. And they're like, no, we're gonna get fined.
That's how they
like,
sound
bro.
too. They did the face and everything. No.
I'm like, you must not like money is when I'm like, or you just don't want to pay your bills, or you want to, whatever.
Yeah.
I got shit to do. I'm gonna make shit happen
Yo.
for you, and I'm gonna make shit happen.
It cost me to drive here.
I got the Mercedes. I can play isolated out the van with the DJ.
So dope.
And these fools are like, no, it's not gonna work, something. I was like, well, you're not gonna work. Let me take that idea and transfer it. Bro, I make so much money like that, just going and playing outside of bars more than 2 hours because, the money's not there. I get it. But I seen somebody doing it out the bed of their truck in downtown San Diego. So I was like, yo, like, come on, motherfuckers. Like, pick up the tools and think outside the box.
Yeah.
Ponte las pilas.
So when the bars here stopped fucking with me during COVID, I was like, all right, well, I'm not saying the other way around. I'm just saying I'm going to fuck with myself more. So I was like, all right, what's open? Skate parks. Dope. So I was like, all right, I'm going to make a skate park tour. It got so big, the cops pulled up to me on my first date of the tour. And they're like, hey, you can't be doing, or somebody... I got the
Call
plug.
the
I
cops.
got no. I got the plug with the city. I know a lot of city workers and they love me. So they hit me up. Hey, Sir Daniel, the cops are gonna be rolling up on you at this time of day, this location. Be ready. I bet. Boom. Pull up. They're already waiting on the grass, and I'm pulling into the parking lot, and they come out, and they got the city worker, and then they got the cops right next to them, trying to be intimidating and shit, and they're like, we found this flyer that you got. I literally made the schedule from San Diego all the way to LA. There was like 23 skate parks. This was a 2-week tour. And they pulled up in San Diego and they're like, hey, what do you think you're doing? Like,
What do you think you're doing?
Living life.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm gonna go skate and play some music. Y'all wanna come?
Perfect.
They come watch. Tell me if I'm doing something wrong. I got a wireless microphone. I got my skateboard. I got my speaker, and I'm skating through the whole park rapping, putting on the show for everybody.
Crazy.
How are you gonna stop that? I'm skating. I'm not throwing a show. I didn't charge. This is open to public. This is not closed during COVID. So I was like, yo, like, facilities, facilitated, like. So San Diego, we did everything we started at Cesar Solis. We did Washington Street. We did National City.
Linda Vista?
Linda Vista, every
Dope.
skate park, the pump track in Escondido, all the way up to Venice, bro. And the whole time, San Diego was the only hater.
Wow.
Like, they called the cops on me and like
San Diego's so conservative.
Dude, it's because they just want to say that you can't do it. They don't want to support in anything. I remember during the pandemic, and it reminded me when you were when you were telling us that story, during COVID in the Balboa Park, there was a band that would jam out there by Balboa Park, and that's the only place that I really heard loud or live music. We're really big into live music,
Yep.
And I would take my daughters out there during the pandemic, roll down the Windows Park right there, and just listen to the band jam out. How did it impact the people that went to go see you at the skate park?
absolutely loved it because what else is going on?
Right.
Like there's no motivation and there's nobody inspiring. There's nobody. Everybody's following the rules.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, remember walking
bend
outside,
the
how
rules?
eerie it was?
Yeah.
Like, just to be, bro, I remember walking through downtown. It was not one.
I thought it was
soul.
dope. I enjoyed it.
one
So
soul.
there, I can relate.
Yeah.
I can relate with both sides of it.
Yeah, same.
On one end, yeah, it's like you got the city to yourself now, and you really can do whatever you want because there's nobody out.
Right.
But then at the other end, it's kind of like, yeah, people are sad. They don't uninspired. People
Right.
Mental.
Yeah, it impacted.
Yeah, big time. So it's really about tapping into that frequency
Yes.
that allows you to kind of like move forward and continue to still grow and build as an individual, even though society's not, working
Yeah.
like they should be.
Yeah, we had a core memory of my family, Torrey Pines Beach, State Beach, and when they had the luminescence where the waves were crashing and it was like they were turning purple and blue because of the, that there's like that, that natural effect that happened. But that was during the pandemic, and like really amazing experience that I got to share with my daughters out on the beach and my wife, like in the nighttime during that time. And it was just like really super dope. So like things like that and instances that I remember were cool. But again, it was a bad, it wasn't the greatest times and shit.
Another advantage for me was I was the only musician out there. Everybody's tucked in. They can't do nothing. They don't know how to do nothing. And I'm like, oh, I know.
You were self-sufficient.
Oh yeah, that's when Beto, I think, really started to see me flourish because I was always at Ocean Beach every Wednesday,
So was this dude.
smashing it. Yeah, he would roll up on his bike.
This
We
dude's
do a little-
always an OB.
Yeah, so during pandemic, I was like, all right, let's go hustle the beaches. I would do Mission Beach. I would do Ocean Beach. I would do La Jolla. I was just exploring new markets and doing qualitative research to figure out, okay,
R&D.
where's the best market for where am I loved most? And that's literally why I think I did everything to really figure out where I'm most valued at as an artist.
Where do
That's
you
dope.
where do you feel are your like top 3 cities or markets or?
SD, LA, I'm out to Vegas. SD, SF, bro. Yeah. San Diego's dope. My core following is from San Diego. There's a lot of people that always just fucked with who I am.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned I've done different styles of music, and ultimately the fan falls in love with the person and then the music. San Diego's dope. LA got the whole like vibe for it. You got the record labels. You got so many people that just same thing go to New York, but they, for acting, showbiz, this, that. So it's very like, oh, this might be an undiscovered artist here. Vegas again, entertainment capital. When you're there, everybody just thinks you're a star already because you're there.
Yeah.
And then the Bay, bro. Fuck.
The Bay is different, man. The Bay hits different.
I love the Bay. Bay is second
same.
home.
I've never sold out of all my merch in a week. And imagine what I can stack in that van, bro.
Yeah.
I was up there, I sold out of everything. And I was like, and keep in mind, this is like 36 hoodies, probably like 48 shirts. I got huaraches, I got hats, I got beanies, I got merch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Bay was just like, oh my God, like they respect the hustle, like
Yeah,
the van.
they accept
oh
it.
my God,
They
this is my
adopt it.
dream. I wish I could be doing this. How can I support
Support.
you?
That's
So many people wish they
dope.
could be in your shoes, bro, but they are scared to take that
leap.
take that leap. of
There's
faith,
gonna be
bro.
Sir Daniels. You're gonna birth a
100%.
whole. You're
They're already
trend-setting,
I'll
bro.
tell you this: I'm not the first, and I won't be the last.
That's right. No one owns the idea, but you own the execution.
I will inspire the mind that will continue to push the boundaries onto it. But yeah, that's the way like I play it. I'm just gonna push.
Talk about your merch. This is something cool about Sir Daniel, man. I approached him and I was like, "Hey, bro, what's up, man? I need some shirts. I need some." And he was like, "Bro, I'll
size
teach
are
you."
you?
Yeah, he's like, "I'll teach you." And I was like, "Nah, bro. Like, can you just print them? I'll pay you." He's like, "No. He's like, I'll show you. I'll show you what you need, and you can print them yourself."
Yeah,
He's
I don't
like,
want to do that shit for you. You get your hustle.
that's
on.
what
You
he
get
told
your
me.
I'm
money.
busy,
And I was
yeah.
like,
You
"All
make
right."
this shit.
Yeah.
Talk about your merch though.
You feed a man a fish, he'll come to you tomorrow.
Yeah, we're teaching him
You,
how to
you
fish.
teach him how to fish, and he'll never,
He'll
probably
eat for the rest of his life for
Yeah.
sure.
The merch game was a whole like, okay, so I learned like Chance the Rapper when he pulled out his little 3 on his hat. This fool was collecting like 5 million on it. Donald Trump with his Make America Fantastic Again made like 2 million off his hats, So I'm like, dang, like, okay, like people want to support you. People. This is what I learned in Vegas. You can't buy me, or you can buy my merch because you can't take me home, right? People want a piece of you. People want to say, like, I met this guy. Girls, I appreciate y'all so much. I know y'all want to take me home at a time.
They like those cheetah
they're my
underwear
main-
prints.
they're my-
Those speedos you wear. That's what
they're
they
my
like.
main customer, bro. Like, and I love them so
They're
much
loyal.
because, like, I respect them as what it is, and like they respect me, and they're like, yo, like, I wish I could, but let me just support you however I can.
Nice.
So the merch has been like a really beautiful extension of myself. So if I can show you guys,
Yeah, show it, bro.
yeah.
Go ahead. Everything you got
the
is
music, the merch isn't just music. I mean, the merch isn't just clothes; it's music.
Dang. So he's got a QR code on
this
there.
fool's got a Sir Daniel belt, Sir Daniel hoodie, Sir Daniel pants. And he doesn't have the
And the hat.
huaraches today with the Sir
And the
Daniel.
hat.
I
what?
forgot to put them on.
It's all
honestly.
good, G. But you're representing your brand.
People like to see that. They like to know who they're supporting.
Yeah.
It's very important these days to know the direct person that you're supporting. And then again, like when people put on the merch, they're like, they feel this energy. They feel like Sir Daniel. They feel like they can conquer anything. So I just really took the energy of what merch, like the yellow and the brown on the Padres, you know, like it really pops out to you and you really can see, you know, like the professionalism behind it. And I could see myself wearing that, you know. But for me, I wanted to make it more than just merch and put the QR codes and really brand myself. Why would I be wearing somebody else's merch that I don't even know, like Gucci and Prada, and I don't know who they are,
right?
You know, and what is that, a status symbol? Like, I'm not trying to be flex on nobody. Like, I'm just, me being myself is already like an offense.
Say that.
I'm like, you know, so the brand was like really cool to invest into and then see people wearing it. Like the other day I was at the beach and I was with Dali, me and Dali was going on the skateboard on the beach, and some girl stops me. He's like, "Hey, Sir Daniel, I got your shirt on," and I'm like,
That's what you do it for.
The fruits of your labor.
That's what you do it for.
You put out what you wish to receive, like good energy. Like I don't want assholes or like people wearing my merch like that. Like I would decline somebody if they try to like come at me back. Like, nah, you can't buy my merch. That's fucked up, huh? But real talk, you know, like
That's
say
real.
like you can't come into my house, you know, because I'm gonna be throwing shows and you're gonna be like, oh, I go buy your merch, I'm supporting you for it. But it's like, you know, with
The
expectations,
transactional, yeah.
expectations.
It's more
back.
of a subscription item than a transactional piece. That's
Yeah.
cool. No, not all money is good money.
Right, that part, bro.
Talk. Where does Sir Daniel? Where does that name come from? Because Sir Daniel's like Señor,
Señor.
you know, Señor Daniel.
I gotta thank my mom for getting me in trouble. Yeah, when I was in trouble, that she'd be like, "Señor Daniel, véngase pa' acá." Like, te voy a dar en
Te
la-"
voy a pegar, cabrón.
Uh-huh, bro. Yeah, it was that kind of family structure.
Your
where
parents
there's
still
like,
alive too?
Señor, yeah, they're both around. Dad's in somewhere in Rosarito, and then my mom's up in the Bay.
Blessings.
Yeah.
So Señor Daniel.
Señor Dan-
Yeah,
yeah.
those
Señor
ass
Daniel.
whoopings.
Yeah, they were serious. Like if the name's that serious, you know.
Yeah. Man, I'm just thinking about being a parent right now and how my names change when I'm ready to lay it down. I guess I got to be more mindful.
You use the full names.
It depends, you know. It's more of a tone, and maybe there is some names. I guess I should probably adjust it.
You know what's crazy? My parents never hit me. Well, my dad died when I was young, bro. My dad's been dead for like 30 something years. And my mom never hit me until came home high as fuck one day. But I had already been smoking. This was like already 4 or 5 years into me smoking. I was like 16.
Did she know that you were smoking?
I don't know. Apparently
But
not.
she did this day.
Apparently not, bro. And it was the worst. It made me feel so shitty, dude. I was like, fuck, he just killed my high. I just spent $5 on that. At that time, hey, I don't really have much money on that, you know. So remember, dude, growing up, I've been smoking. I don't really openly talk about it because it offends mom. But I remember coming home high as fuck, bro. And she was just like, "Mijo, Ben." And I was like, "Okay." And I go over there, bro. Smack the fuck up, bro. I was like, "What the fuck?" My parents never hit me.
Yeah.
I guess it shows, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the one time my mom smacked me the fuck up, and then she started crying. I was like, "What the fuck? This is a total bad trip."
So I gotta tie it back real quick. I don't whip my daughters because I have 2 daughters at the crib.
Yeah.
But it has stormed in my house less than I can count on one hand. Let's just put it like that.
Stormed.
Yeah, it is stormed. We brought the thunder a couple of times. You know, it says in the Bible, don't spare the rod. You know, but I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to justify it. But there's been times where there had to be some type of like correction done. You know, but my mom had a paddle. You know what I'm saying? So things have changed.
My mom told me she used to get whooped at school, bro.
Yeah.
My mom used to get beat up
Yeah.
at school by
Yeah.
the teacher. The
I
teacher
had-
would be like, "Whoosh."
I had a kindergarten teacher pull my fucking ear one time.
Yeah, my
I
mom
was
used to
like,
pull my
"You
ears
can't
too.
do that," but a teacher, I was like, "What the fuck? I'm about to retaliate."
I got in a
Touch me?
fight with my PE teacher.
Oh no way!
Did you? You scrapped? You actually scrapped?
Yeah, we scrapped.
The homie scrapped with one of the teachers, like, but it wasn't on campus. It was
That's
like
wild.
after,
No,
like
it was
after
on
school, like
campus, and it was
in
my
random
fault.
place. Was it?
Yeah, hell yeah, it was my fault.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was a good student in school. Yeah, I didn't want to. If I was a good student at home, that meant I was a good kid at home. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't get the ass whoopings at home. If I was
Right.
a bad kid at school, I'll get retaliated at
Yeah.
home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to share this just because it's fucking hilarious.
Sure.
Dude, my parents were so strict on me. One time I came home from school, I missed the bus because I wanted to go take a piss. And still, I pissed my pants. Had to walk home. My mom made me get butt-ass naked in the garage, whoop my ass with the stick that she would use for the lavadora to like move the clothes around and shit.
Yeah.
That's how Mexican this shit is. Dog. Wet. What? and made me walk butt naked from the garage into the house where she was inside the house, and she locked the doors on me so I could like stand out there butt ass naked for a little bit. Wild shit. I'm like, damn. But you gotta think, this is the kind of shit that they would do to them in the ranchos.
Yeah.
The ranchos, yeah.
My parents are straight. Like
Yeah.
my dad was heavily abused, like to blood extents
Yeah.
and shit. So I understand them.
Yeah.
You know, but it's also breaking the chain of that family. And
That's
being
right.
like, all right, cool. Like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
How long did it take you for you to understand that that's just like, hey, that's happens in the rancho? Like, I can't take it personal like that, you know?
I had to be. They didn't want to share these stories, I guess, because it was really violent for my dad. And I was probably not until like 27, 25 when they finally like opened up and like, hey, your dad, you know, this is what your
This is what's
grandpa
going on.
would, you know,
Trauma.
do.
My mom told me some crazy stories too, bro. Like, whoa.
Yeah, the ranch is a whole different lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's,
It's a
machismo
different
and,
country.
Where your parents from?
Jalisco, Guadalajara.
Both of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same block.
Yeah,
Fucking
people getting
beautiful.
kidnapped. People getting, you know, I love you. I'm taking you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, you hear crazy things from just one generation that separates us from
Yeah.
our parents.
That is so wild, bro. But yeah, we are here to break those cycles. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's important to break those cycles too. And yeah, dog.
Man, I feel like we could be here forever, dog.
we can be here forever.
Man, we got to bring Sir Daniel back on.
Always,
G.
man. I
We
always
got
I
to
told
bring.
you, man.
Yeah,
like,
we have
this
a bright
Daniel-
future together, bro.
Yeah.
Honored, anytime.
And then what's Pando, bro? That's the only thing I see on that note. Pando.
I don't know.
The pandemic.
Pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we kind of touch base on a lot of the stuff, bro. What's in the future for Sir Daniel? Talk about your music. What you got coming up?
Right now, I'm as a independent artist, as a recording artist. I'm constantly working on singles right now. I don't plan on doing an album anytime soon. I feel like the singles
Are these singles
really,
going on an album eventually?
I think it's gonna get there. Yeah, I'll
Nice.
probably do something super exclusive for the core fans, like a vinyl, or like some sort of vinyl, something cool like that. But the main thing I think I'm working on right now is delegating, optimizing my time by bringing people into Del Sol Records. So like handing over the tools now. I own the means of operation. I own the machines, the studio, the cameras. I just need people to hold them now, you know, and that are actually passionate about it. So I'm like working on interns right now. A lot of the people that have just helped me along the way have just been friends, you know, like they may not tailor in music. Shout out to Chef John, shout out to
Shout
Lalo
out John
Gomez,
John.
shout out to DJ Oso Flaco. They can take me as far as, you know, they can, but the rest of the journey is really dependent on who I associate myself with. And right now I'm just like really immersed in building community here in San Diego with musicians and people that want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. This Del Sol record thing is over my head. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how the fuck I'm doing it. You know, like, again, I just somehow delegate my time and do all this thing, manage myself. But I would see myself in the next 2 to 3 years, the record label is running itself, and I get to just kind of, my exit route is going to be something like Pharrell or Timbaland, where I get to, or Dr. Dre, just produce artists now. Because I'm a producer, I make all my beats. Right now I'm like, this is the guinea pig of what the studios can produce, you know, who wants to come in. Even at the same time, like, I have a lot of people that come by, but it's just like owning a business. People need a job. I don't want people that, you want a job, go find a job, because this isn't a job, this is a career. I'm going to teach you skills that you're going to be able to open up your own business and branch off and do your own thing. So right now I'm just looking for people that are very passionate about what they do to bring on to Del Sol Records. So.
And we love those people, man. Those people, and you know, they help us, we help them, and it's dude. Hey, shout out to Mateo.
What up, Mateo?
Mateo believed in our
Not a doormat.
Mateo believed in our
Vision.
vision, bro,
Dream.
and he joined the team, no questions asked.
Yeah.
and he showed up on time every single time. He's put in the work. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So people like Mateo, bro, are very important to us and our success and what we do. And you know, and it's important to I always say, as we get older, give folks the tools and move the hell out the way, bro, because.
Give people the tools and move fellows out the way?
No, move out the way.
Oh,
like,
I
hey,
like that. I
these are
never heard
tools,
that.
bro. I'm out of the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's
Yeah.
that's me too.
Yeah.
And compa always talks about leaving a legacy behind
Yeah.
and how important that is. And I think sharing those tools, man, like stuff that we've learned. You don't want to share them with everybody.
Right.
But those people
Yeah.
that show up to work, those are the ones that you drop gems on, bro.
Right.
Because you put in the work, you put in the same
10,000
amount.
hours,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. And we didn't get it for free. We didn't get anything. I didn't get anything handed over. I've got the opportunities, but
Love
you
that,
know,
bro. I love that.
crazy. So a shout out to all those hard workers and maybe if you're not making money right now,
It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, it's
And
coming.
you're not even gonna know what to do with it.
Yeah, man. That's
God
that's
sees
really
everything.
dope.
Nothing goes unseen. You know?
Yeah,
God
for sure.
Somebody sees it. I don't
Yeah,
know who, but somebody
some-
sees it.
Yeah, it's
'cause-
definitely God for
'cause
sure.
Universe,
It's
God, whatever
yeah.
spirit,
You can say
animal,
higher
yeah,
power,
higher
whatever you
power,
want to,
yeah.
whatever you acclimate yourself to or whatever you identify. But it's God moving in your life, and I think that it's super powerful that you said that you have a succession strategy. Like you know what you want to do, and you're utilizing something and framework right now that you will apply later in the future. I think that that's very huge. And I think that it ties back to something that you said earlier, which was the alignment. When you see people that are really in the same boat, so to speak. But people we're in that generation where people want to do things now. And it's really not only entrepreneurship or looking for interns, but even big business are having problems finding the real human asset that are people that are dedicated, that work hard, and that are responsible and are able to move something forward. So blessings to you, bro, in your
Thank
journey. You know what I'm saying? And man, compadre, like, dude, like I
got a
probably
lot.
could be here for all day.
Oh,
I probably could be
yeah.
here all day, G.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah.
I just, for all the fans and all the listeners right now, this is literally like a dream come true for me. So what I have to say for you guys is like, just stick to your plan and allow the universe to shift everything for you. Because this is like a dream come true for me to be able to be with
What? Knock
Beto
it off,
and
dude.
Derek here and be recognized in the city for doing music. Like, this is a dream come true. So to everybody listening, keep on doing your music. Believe in yourself more than anything. And you too will be sitting in a room with whoever you can imagine.
Hey.
There you go. Make sure y'all follow, man, Sir Daniel SD on other social medias. My Instagram's Cali Burrito.
My IG is Derek Goes. And don't forget, your boy.
Mr. Mateo Reynoso. Follow him at Not a Doormat 619. You could also check out more episodes at on a YouTube link at Fanbase.
Man, you know what? That's great. Real quick, fan base. How did you come up with fan base, Ja?
It was also part of that meeting where we were going to make things happen and they just didn't show up the next day. So I was like, bro, food, art, and music. That's really how, like, we were in the conversation and we come up with stuff all the time.
All the
We're
time.
creatives. Bro.
Yeah.
And that's literally how Fanbase came up. We're like, food, art, and music, Fanbase.
Y somos familia.
Yeah.
And we wanna
And
extend
this
the
is
family.
home base, you know?
And this is home base. We're fan base instead of, that's super dope, by the way.
Sir Daniel, you got a bunch of records, man. You want to play one on the exit out? You want to just give us a little snippet real quick?
Hey.
And which one are you doing?
Way too humble for this
flex.
Way too humble, don't you stumble on this. You know it's been a while, baby, and I know it drives you crazy. I can't stand to watch you hate me. You know you can be my lady. One more time. Way too humble for this flex. Way too humble, don't you stumble on this. You know it's been a while, baby, and I know it drives you crazy. I can't stand to watch you hate me. You know you can't be my lady.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker.
That's so.
And you got a single right now too. You got to plug that in,
All
dog.
right, let's get it. So this next song is called Sexy Little Thing. I'm going to play y'all the hook for it. It's super fat. Music video filmed in Rosarito. Sexy little thing, you on my mind. I just need a little of your time. Hit it from the front and I hit it from behind. Nah. I'm just wondering when you'll be mine. Spanish. Mame, dime si tú estás pensando en mí. Happy Valentine's Day. Solo quiero darte lo que es para ti. Yeah. Que la gente opine lo que ellos opinen. Que la luna está llena y los dos estamos libres.
Sexy little thing. Make sure you go get that single, man. Go check out his whole entire discography.
Catalog.
Yeah.
And go cop something on DelSolRecords.com, man. I know I will.
Man. All right. Hey, Sir Daniel, thank you, my brother.
Thank
Hey.
you guys so much. Shout out to two
our partners,
streams.
Two
Yeah,
Streams.
we out here. Muchas gracias. Saludos. Bendiciones.
A huevo.
Hey, all right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.